So you guys, today I'm going to be bringing y'all fragrances in my collection that have a whipped cream note. And as I was getting these fragrances together, I didn't realize that I had so many fragrances that have a whipped cream note. So in this video, I'm going to be showing perfumes and fine fragrance mist because, like I said, I was just so shocked that I have so many that have a whipped cream note. And some of these are more prominent than others, but I feel like every single perfume that I have here, I can actually smell the whipped cream note. Like it definitely plays up with the other notes to give like a sweet and creamy feel or a sweet and creamy vibe. So yeah, I'm looking at all of these and I can definitely detect that sweet creamy note in all of these. So I'm super excited to be showing them to you guys. I hope y'all are ready to see these. Obviously, if you have more fragrances that have a whipped cream note that's prominent, definitely leave it down in the comment section below. There's still a couple that I want to grab that I should have in my collection, but we'll get to that. So if you guys are interested in seeing all of my whipped cream fragrances, then just keep on watching. So I'm actually going to start out with my little travel sizes first. So the first one is one that I might be changing my mind on, and that is the Kayali Young Pistachio Gelato 33. So I did a full review on this perfume when it first came out, and I was just like disappointed in the fragrance because of course it wasn't what I wanted it to be. I feel like with a lot of people, the fragrance wasn't exactly as it was marketed, but some people ended up loving the fragrance regardless, just because it is a nice fragrance. Like this wasn't bad, and I said that in my review. It wasn't a bad fragrance. It just didn't smell like how I expected it to smell. But after it has been sitting in my collection, it's still not a yummy ice cream gourmand pistachio gelato fragrance, but what it is, okay, what it is now that it's been sitting in my collection is a super sugary, sweet, cotton candy, whipped cream fragrance. It's like I can smell more of the sweet base notes, which I am happy about because when I first got this fragrance, it definitely went through that super bright transition down into something green and aromatic, and then it got the base notes. But now I'm smelling more of the base notes even when I first spray it, because I did put this on earlier today. Yeah, I really like it now. I didn't really dislike it at first, but it just wasn't what I expected. But now I'm thinking that I might need an actual bottle of this. I'm thinking I might need a 50 ml. But yes, there is definitely a whipped cream presence in this fragrance. And after letting it sit, the whipped cream presence is definitely a lot heavier, along with the cotton candy, along with the pistachio. Like it's gotten really good. So that is my first one. The next one is one that I know I'm not going to get a full bottle of. This is, I hope I'm saying this right, Zadig and Voltaire. This is her fragrance. Now this is a very woody, vanilla, powdery type fragrance. In my opinion, it is super heavy on the wood. I get a lot of saffron and pink pepper in this even after it dries down on my skin. So I am not the biggest fan of this, but there is a whipped cream presence in this. It's like I can smell the creaminess in this, but it just doesn't come out a lot on my skin. And I do not like this fragrance for that reason. It gives more woody and more powdery, a little bit more masculine. I just wish it had more of the sweet, creamy, vanilla, lactonic notes that are in this perfume. But unfortunately, on my skin, it doesn't give that. But I definitely wanted to mention this. I know a lot of people do really like this fragrance, so I wanted to mention it. Okay, another fragrance that I can definitely smell the whipped cream in, and I have loved this perfume since I first got it. This is the Escada Fairy Love. This is the first one. They also have like Candy Love and then another one. So this one is your apple rose whipped cream fragrance. So good. From the very first time I smelled this, I could definitely smell that heavy whipped cream note. It smelled so yummy, so good. It's like a candy red apple with whipped cream on top and a slight floral essence. Even now that I've had it in my collection forever, I can definitely smell the whipped cream in this, and it is just super nice. It's a really nice, cutesy, girly type of perfume. This is perfect for Valentine's Day. This is perfect for a day date, like something casual. So I really do like Escada Fairy Love and definitely think it has that heavy whipped cream presence. Okay, another fragrance, of course, gotta mention Ariana Grande Cloud, and I would also mention Cloud Intense, which I do not have anymore because I finished that bottle. But y'all know this has that whipped cream, coconut, praline, sweet factor. Gotta mention it. I definitely can smell all of the sweet and creamy notes in Cloud for sure. Definitely whipped cream heavy. The Intense version is also very whipped cream heavy, even though it's slightly more woody. You can still detect the whipped cream in the Intense version. So love Cloud, love it, had to mention it. Okay, and then also Sweet Tooth, gotta mention this one. This one has been in all of my videos. This has been in my vanilla video. This has been in my chocolate video. And now it's showing up in my whipped cream video just because it really does have all of those sweet notes. Like, this really does have everything in it. It has the sugar, it has the vanilla, it has the chocolate, it has the whipped cream, it has the coconut. Like, it has all of that, and it definitely smells like all of that. Just very, very sweet, creamy, fluffy, airy, powdery, sweet, nice. Like, it's just such a good fragrance, a good, well-rounded fragrance. And the more that this sits in your collection, the better it will get. So if you have it and you haven't pulled it out, you haven't used it in a while, definitely pull it out now and give it a sniff, because I'm telling y'all, mine has been sitting and macerating in my collection and I love it now. It is so good. Okay, and then another one, we have Ruby Rush. I did a whole full review on this fragrance when I first got it as well. And this is definitely your kind of soapy, shampooy cherry fragrance, but it does have a sweet creaminess that you can definitely smell. And it is a combination of that whipped cream and that vanilla. This actually has the whipped cream in the top notes, and you can definitely smell it. Like, there's something about this when you smell it. It's a creamy cherry fragrance. It's not, you know, just super straight up cough syrup cherry or, like I said, shampooy and soapy. It definitely has that sweet creaminess that I feel like helps to balance out the soapiness, because if this would have just been like a soapy floral cherry, I wouldn't have loved this fragrance as much as I do. Definitely think the sweetness comes through in this one, so I love it. Okay, and then we have a flanker of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue. This one is Love is Love, and this one has an ice cream and whipped cream scent note. This one, to me, like I said, is the best flanker of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, just because you can definitely smell the sweet creaminess in this. It also has a raspberry note in here, and there's just something about it that makes it so perfect for spring and summer. I love it. The whipped cream and the ice cream isn't super heavy in this to make it like a full on gourmand, but there's something a little bit softer and sweeter about this one, not as harsh and sharp and like zingy as the original. So I absolutely love this one, and this is actually a super inexpensive flanker as well. I'm not sure if they still carry this one, but if they do, you can probably find it for like $30 or less. Super good. Okay, and then I only have two more perfumes and we can get into the actual fine fragrance mist. So this is one that I really didn't want to mention, but I have to because it's in my collection, but they no longer make this one. This is Britney Spears Rocker Femme Fantasy, and this is a flanker of the original Fantasy, because they took out the kiwi and the quince notes in the top and they replaced it with blackberry, and then they also put coconut and whipped cream. So this is definitely a creamier, sweeter version of Britney Spears Fantasy. Like, it's still fresh because the blackberry definitely gives it like this blackberry juice, fruity, fresh type of vibe, but that whipped cream is definitely there to like smooth everything out, even everything out. It's not sharp. It's just super pretty. I love this one. It definitely smells whipped creamy to me. And then the very last fragrance, well, the very last perfume I'm going to mention is Pink Sugar. And this is actually the original. I meant to grab Red Velvet, but it's Pink Sugar Red Velvet. So that one is your strawberry, what is it? I believe it's like strawberry whipped cream and like some sweet notes as well, because it's supposed to be a red velvet, like a take on red velvet cake. To me, it doesn't have enough cake notes to actually be red velvet, but there is a definite creamy strawberry feel to that one. It's a lot less sharp than the original. It's a lot more creamy, and it's definitely a play on that whipped cream note that it has in it. So yeah, Pink Sugar Red Velvet is definitely a good one where you can actually detect the whipped cream in it. Okay, so let's jump into these fine fragrance mists. I feel like with these, you can definitely smell the whipped cream in these more than you can in the perfumes, because y'all know perfumes go through pretty much a lot of transformations, you know, with your top, your mid, and your base notes. Fine fragrance mists don't 100% do that all the time. Some of them definitely do go through a little bit of a transformation, but it's not like a perfume does. So the very first one I gotta mention, and y'all gotta know that we mentioned this one, is Strawberry Pound Cake, because this literally smells like every single scent note that is listed on here. It is fresh strawberries, golden shortcake, whipped cream. You can definitely 100% smell the whipped cream. It's just soft and fluffy and whipped, like the name says. It's so good, so authentic. You can just literally smell every ounce of sweetness in this fragrance mist. So gotta mention it for whipped cream. Another one that I actually don't have the fine fragrance mist to anymore, but I'm definitely getting a backup of it this winter because they are bringing it back, is Strawberry Snowflakes. Now, for this one, I don't have the actual scent notes on here, but I know them by heart, okay? This one is strawberry, bergamot, and whipped cream. And y'all, I love this fragrance so much. It is a good mix between like a fresh, fruity type of scent and then strawberry milk. Like, This one actually goes through a transformation because when you first spray it, when you first get this on your skin, it definitely gives you like that fresh and fruity bergamot and strawberry vibe. But then as it dries down, you start to get that whipped cream and it smells like strawberry milk. I absolutely love and obsess over this one. I tried to buy a ton of it during SAS, but none of my stores had it. So I just missed out on it. I could not get my hands on it, but they're bringing it back and y'all already know I'm gonna go ham on strawberry snowflakes. This one is so good. You can definitely smell the whipped cream in that one. Another one that you can 100% smell the whipped cream in, and I had to go ham with this one and buy backups of, is Wrapped in Vanilla. This one has soft vanilla velvet sugar chantilly cream. That chantilly cream is so heavy, so decadent, so sweet in this one. It is just insane. Like, this is literally one of those scents that you smell and you're just like it is just so good. Sickeningly sweet. This one definitely is. Like the chantilly cream, whipped cream, you can definitely smell it in this one. Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. One that I wish they would get together and get back right is Vanilla Bean Noel. This one was known for its sugar cookie caramel whipped cream fragrance. Now it's a little too heavy on the musk. So the scent notes for Vanilla Bean Noel is fresh vanilla bean, sugar cookies, warm caramel, whipped cream, snow kiss musk. This is the gourmand scent that started all gourmand scents, period. Like, do not argue with me. This is the one that started. It wasn't warm vanilla sugar. It wasn't vanilla lace. It wasn't any of those. This is what jump-started gourmand fragrances. As I'm smelling it now, it definitely smells a little bit better than when I first got it. I can definitely smell the caramel and the sugar cookies now. Yeah, this used to be so decadently good. You could literally smell every single scent note. It has a heavy presence of whipped cream, so definitely got to give it up to Vanilla Bean Noel. Okay, and then we have Whipped Rose Latte. This was a lot of people's favorite. I think they now have it in the aromatherapy line as Rose Vanilla, if I'm not mistaken. But this one is crushed rose petals, cocoa flour, and whipped foam. That whipped foam is definitely giving whipped cream vibes, just like this super sweet latte with a hint of rose type of fragrance. Very beautiful, very classy, very feminine, delicate, pretty, unexpected as well, because like, who would think to mix a rose with a gourmand? So this one is really, really nice, and you can definitely smell that like creamy whipped foam type of scent note in here. Okay, and then we have Pear Creme Brulee, definitely a super heavy gourmand fragrance. Like, this is definitely one for cold weather. It's baked pear, caramelized sugar, and whipped cream. That's literally what it smells like. It smells like a baked pear treat with a nice drizzle or a nice whipped cream dollop on top. Very, very good. Very, very gourmand, sweet. It's just really, really, really good. So Pear Creme Brulee. And then we have Orange Vanilla Twist. And on Fragrantica, this one actually says it has whipped cream. So the scent notes are juicy orange, summer sherbet, and vanilla cream. So that vanilla cream is whipped cream. Smells so good. It's literally like an orange sherbet type of scent. Very creamy, very soft, lactonic, but then citrusy from the orange. So love that. It looks exactly like what this picture is depicting. So good, so yummy and creamy and sweet. Okay, and then I think the last fragrance mist that I have to show you guys is Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. And again, on Fragrantica, this one is shown as having a whipped cream scent note. The fragrance notes on the back say pumpkin latte, toasted marshmallows, creamy sandalwood, and praline musk. So the actual creamy sandalwood on Fragrantica, they separate it and they put sandalwood and then whipped cream, which I could believe because this definitely has like a sweet, creamy scent profile to it. Okay, now I used to hate Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte because I felt like it was too heavy on the ginger. Even though they have taken ginger out of the fragrance notes, it's still there. It's still very present. But I do feel like they've done a little bit better with making Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte a little bit more creamy, a little bit more sweet, foamy, like whipped cream-esque. So that's the reason why I have been using it here recently. But yeah, I definitely think Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte has a nice whipped cream presence to it. So you guys, those are all of my fragrances, perfumes, and mists that have a whipped cream note that I feel like is very present. You can definitely detect it. So yeah, let me know how you guys feel about any of these fragrances. And like I said, if you have any whipped cream fragrances that I didn't mention or I don't have, list them down below in the comments for everyone to see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up and leave me a comment down below letting me know you enjoyed it. If you're new, you should definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button, join the Fragrance and Beauty Army, as well as that bell notification so that you can be notified every single time that I upload a video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.